Happy Wednesday. Today is going to be another myth busting day. This time, the myth that I want to bust is about calories. Calorie counting is the dumbest way to lose weight. That's my position. I think counting calories is a waste of time. I think people get too tied up into it. And as a result, they get frustrated and they quit. Um, Counting calories actually makes it harder to lose weight. So that's my position. Before I dive into it, I do want to take just a moment to say, okay, this is Coffee with Coach Allan. We do these every morning, weekday morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, and X, also known as Twitter. I'm going to do these every day. If you're interested in getting notified about these broadcasts, you can go to 40plusfitness.com/coffee. Put your email address in there, and each day you'll get an email to let you know that the episode's coming, kind of give you a heads up about what it's about. And so that's there. If you're interested in catching these live, that's probably the best way to get that reminder so you know to be out there. But each of them will stay. So it's not like you have to watch it live. But if you do, great. I'm glad you're here. I really appreciate you. But the episodes will be recorded. They'll be out there. So you can catch them on Facebook, YouTube, or X. And then I cut a few clips out and I do put it on Instagram. But Instagram isn't really good with long form stuff, anything over a minute or so. And the software I have does not broadcast to to Instagram yet. So I'm working on that. So eventually maybe I'll be broadcasting there as well. But if you go to 40plusfitness.com/coffee, you'll get an email reminder each morning that it's coming and a little bit about what the topic is to see if that's something that interests you. So today's topic is calorie counting. I think calorie counting is the dumbest way to try to lose weight. And here's why. I agree that you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, but counting them is not the way to make that happen. Okay, I'll give you a couple of examples to explain why. Okay, everything in calorie counting is an estimate. When you're trying to compare an estimate to an estimate, it makes no sense to think that you're going to get an exact number. So here's one story. I used to have this elliptical machine that I was using every day. I wanted to lose weight and I was very desperate to do so. So I knew if I burned more calories, I could lose more weight, right? That's the math. So I had this one elliptical machine and I would go there every day and I would get on the elliptical machine for 1 hour and I would bust my butt. And that elliptical machine would tell me that I burned 600 calories in that hour, which I thought was exceptional. I named the machine as Martha, and I had a date with Martha every day. So Martha and I, we were a thing, and I'd be there every day to burn my 600 calories in an hour every day, at least 6 days a week. Well, one day I walked in and someone was on Martha. It was unbelievable. 5 o'clock in the morning, and Martha's was someone else. I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to lose my hour. I needed to burn those 600 calories, right? So I hopped on another elliptical machine, very similar, but a different machine, different company, different style. Got on the other machine, went for that hard hour. This machine told me that I burned 700 calories. So I now had a new favorite elliptical machine. Now, how silly was that for me to think that I was burning 100 more calories just because I was on a different machine working just as hard for the same hour? It made no sense at all. But at the time, calories in, calories out was the model. Counting calories was the game. I was on my Fitness Pal. I was religiously putting all this information in there. And I could be off by 100 calories. Okay. Maybe even more than that. Was I really burning 600? I still don't know. And I'll never know. Now, let's talk about food. Let's say you decide you're going to eat a portion of steak. Now, I don't know about you, But there have been times when I've had a portion of steak that seemed to be closer to like 30 to 60%, 30 to 40% fat. And there have been some steaks that have been really, really almost kind of lean, like they've been trimmed of the fat. So when you go into a restaurant, and you order a steak, how do you know that the steak you're eating is equal to the reference steak that was on the guide that you looked up? And so if we're talking about something as simple as an ounce of fat versus an ounce of protein, the calorie difference is pretty significant. And again, it doesn't take a lot because 100 calories per day for 1 year is 10 pounds. So if you're overestimating your work and underestimating your food by even a little bit in your little formula with all your little estimates, you could actually be overeating and think you're in a calorie deficit. And that's where people get so disappointed. That's where people get so frustrated, is they will be on the channels, they'll be talking in different forums. I'm in a calorie deficit and I'm still not losing weight. The short answer is you're probably not in a calorie deficit, but your math tells you you are. And that's extremely frustrating. And I feel that. I've been there. I know that. So the reality of it is this: knowing what you're eating is important. Knowing what's in it is important. But more than anything else is following the trends of how you eat and how that affects your body. How you move and how that affects your body. If you become more attuned to your hunger signals and you're moving appropriately and you're eating high quality food, you're going to probably lose weight. And if you're not, you can tap that down just a little and begin the process. But counting calories is the dumbest way to lose weight. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Again, I probably upset a few people. If I did, sorry, not sorry. But you don't need to count calories to lose weight. You just need to pay attention to what you're eating and your movement, and then you'll start to lose weight. So with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.